My 2025 tax return showed a loss. Most people would see that and quit. I almost did too. But the numbers on that tax return weren't telling the whole story. They completely changed the way I think about rideshare and whether it's actually worth continuing. Rideshare looks simple from the outset. Quick money, flexible hours. But behind every trip is a cost most drivers never calculate. There are hidden benefits nobody talks about and traps that quietly kill your profits. And if you treat rideshare like a weekly paycheck, you're already losing. Today, I want to show you the mindset shift I had to make and why this decision to continue or quit became bigger than the numbers. In 2025, I wasn't treating rideshare like a business at all. I was just having fun, meeting people from all walks of life, having interesting conversations, and getting a reality check on how different people live and work. And that's the thing about rideshare. You never know who's going to get into your vehicle.
Well, these guys are right out there.
Yes, thank you.
And of course, you have an option.
Yes, of course. We both do.
You have
I know
that.
what I was saying, right? Thanks again. Appreciate it.
A nurse finishing a night shift, a student late for class, someone juggling two jobs, someone chasing a dream, someone running from something. But here's what I wasn't doing. I wasn't thinking like a business owner. I wasn't optimizing anything. I wasn't managing my time, my routes, or my expenses. I was just enjoying the experience. And there's nothing wrong with that until you look at your tax return and realize the numbers don't match the effort. In 2025, I wasn't treating rideshare like a business at all. I wasn't thinking like an independent contractor. I treated most of my regular vehicle costs as normal, sunk expenses, not deductions. And even though I tracked my mileage for the CRA, rideshare was still an experiment because I barely used my 2021 Ford Expedition. So when I completed my first draft of my 2025 tax return, my rideshare income showed a loss. After using the 40% turbo tax discount that both Uber and Lyft offered its drivers, my turbo tax consultant confirmed I had a net business loss. I only just started this YouTube channel in 2026. All the excitement I had back in January just went poof. After a few days of self-reflection and watching more YouTubers talk about the challenges you have to overcome, that's when everything started to click. I realized I was still thinking like an employee, but rideshare drivers aren't employees, we're independent contractors. And that means expenses aren't just normal life costs, they're potential deductions. How you track them determines how much tax you actually pay. So that shift from employee mindset to independent contractor mindset is my first lesson. And suddenly, my 2025 business loss just got its first win. So win one, my mindset needs to change from thinking like an employee. Win two, my net business loss lowered my taxable income for 2025. That alone is a win, isn't it? I say it is, as it helped me pay less tax in 2025. Yay! As I receive severance payments and use this time to explore future business owner opportunities, I want to make sure that if I start a new business or make a mistake that leads to a financial loss, I can reduce my tax impact for 2026. This transition period matters. If I'm going to experiment, pivot, or build something new, I want the tax system working with me, not against me. Win number 4. Expenses are no longer just sunk costs. Many of my biggest expenses are tax deductible, and some of them are based on the percentage of mileage used for rideshare. Motor vehicle insurance, repairs and maintenance to my vehicle, the loan interest I pay for my loan for the car, fuel, especially prices across North America and Canada, and a big one, capital cost allowance, or CCA for short, depreciation. Win number 5, there are multi-dimensional benefits, and this is the part most people don't talk about. Rideshare has benefits beyond fares and costs. You meet people from every walk of life. Some conversations may lead to future income opportunities. You get exposure to different industries. Rideshare is a networking engine. It's flexible and it's on my time. It's also refreshing and works positively with my mental reset. It gives me movement, purpose, and connection during this transition. That's a win most people overlook. One key difference you need to understand is that I have a hidden desire to be my own boss and own my own business. That was suppressed as I was fortunate to be in the right place at the right time with some luck to progress in my career in the corporate world. With the way the world works, that doesn't mean I will not go back to corporate, but this is my opportunity to pivot. So after everything I learned in 2025, I knew 2026 couldn't be another experiment. This year has to be intentional. This year has to be strategic. This year has to be different. So here's my 2026 goal. Break even. That's it. Break even, but have fun doing it, and drive on my time when it's profitable to do so. Why break even? Because I have to be realistic. With the loss I've already accumulated in the first quarter of 2026, I need to rebalance the scales and accept ride offers that actually help turn that loss into a profit. Here's how I will be doing this. 1. Treat rideshare like a real business. In 2026, I'm treating rideshare like a business, not a hobby, not a side experiment, and definitely not a weekly paycheck. That means tackling everything, planning my hours, understanding my costs, making decisions based on data, not vibes. 2. Protect my taxes for 2026. As I receive severance payments and use this time to assess future business owner opportunities, I want to make sure that if I start a new business or make mistakes that lead to a financial loss, I can reduce my tax impact for 2026. This is my pivot year, and I want the tax system working with me and not against me. Keep in mind, I am doing rideshare with this vehicle, a 2021 Ford Expedition Platinum Max, a large SUV. And sure, I do qualify for double XL rides in my market, but let's be real, how many of you have actually requested a double XL ride? The Expedition is comfortable, powerful, and extremely versatile, but it's also expensive to operate. Fuel, tires, maintenance, depreciation, insurance, every kilometer has a cost. So in 2026, I'm being more selective. Not every ride makes sense for a vehicle this size, and I'm not accepting trips that slowly erode my profitability. I'm not trying to get rich from rideshare. I'm using it as a strategic tool for flexibility, for deductions, for networking, and for rebuilding. All the wins from 2025, the deductions, the reduced taxable income, the networking, the mental reset, I'm doubling down on them in 2026. This time, I'm using every advantage rideshare gives me. And finally, in 2026, I'm going to avoid the profit killers, or try to. Driving long distances with no passenger, dead miles, it's a silent killer. Driving at the wrong times, slow hours, low demand windows. This leads to wasted time and wasted fuel. The biggest mistake new drivers make is accepting every ride that pops up. Every kilometer costs money. And in this Ford Expedition, those kilometers add up fast. From here on out, I'm driving when the city moves, not when it sleeps. And I'm being selective with the right rides I accept. If I looked only at the numbers from 2025, quitting would have been the easy choice, the logical choice, the safe choice. But the truth is, I'm not doing rideshare just for the money. I am doing it for the flexibility, for the deductions, for the networking, for the mental reset, for the movement and the purpose it gives me during this transition. And because it supports the bigger goal, exploring what it means to be a business owner. So no, I'm not quitting. I'm continuing, but with intention. I'm driving smarter. I'm driving selectively. I'm driving when the city moves, not when it sleeps. And I'm driving in a way that supports my 2026 goal. Break even and enjoy the journey.
Tune into the bone.
Trinita Lamon! I love you, bye.
Bye.
Rideshare isn't my end game. It's a tool, a bridge, a strategic part of my pivot. So I'm continuing. Not because I have to, but because it fits where I am going next. If you're laid off, exploring rideshare, or just curious about it, remember this. Rideshare isn't just about the money you make on each trip. It's about flexibility, opportunity, and how you manage it. A net business loss isn't the end. It can be the beginning of a smarter strategy. For me, this loss forced me to rethink everything. It pushed me to shift my mindset, understand my costs, and use rideshare as a strategic tool, not a lifeline. If you want to follow my journey as I navigate this new chapter, please subscribe. I'm learning in real time, and if my experience helps even one person, it's worth it. And be honest with me. Am I crazy? Am I wasting my time? Or do you agree that I should explore this opportunity to be my own boss? Because maybe, just maybe, this path leads me to something bigger than rideshare. For the other drivers out there, how did your 2025 tax return turn out? What did you learn? What would you do differently? Let me know in the comments. I read everyone. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
This is just the beginning.
I'll leave you a nice tip.
Well, thank you.
Oh, no
I
problem.
appreciate that.